we need to move on to the Suicide
Squad.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
This coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head. We don't leave one of our own behind.
Hopefully Harley's still alive.
No funny business, Arnold. These are dangerous people.
Team 2 is clear to go.
Fire up. 3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
What? We're here to save you.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
I'm so sorry. Harley Quinn.
Bloodsport.
I'm really scared to like this movie. I'm also really scared to have high expectations of it. Because, in one hand, it looks so stupid. On the other hand, it looks hilariously stupid. Which is what I want from a Suicide Squad movie. Like, I think one of the biggest issues I had with the last one, and this goes into the meddling of Warner Brothers and under Jeff Johns and that horrible crew that existed then, is that they made this horrible big bad, this supernatural big bad that didn't make any sense for the Suicide Squad to be dealing with. Made no sense whatsoever. Because the Suicide Squad's not built for that. That's Justice League stuff. Right? Yeah. Suicide Squad deals with ground level guys. Now, to some extent, we're also still getting some supernaturalness, but it feels a little bit more low end variation of it. So we're getting the characters, but there's a lot, you know. And I do think it actually will benefit from Will Smith not being in it, because I think the problem whenever you put Will Smith in a movie is that Will Smith is so hard that you can't kind of outshine Will Smith. Like, you don't see the character. You see Will Smith featuring the character, and he outshines. He's so charming that you kind of outshine it. Whereas a John Cena, I mean, Idris Elba is a good actor, but I don't ever feel like he ever outshines the role. Like, I don't feel like you get Idris Elba featuring this role. You just get, like, always low-key kind of British subtle wit that always kicks in, and then he just does it really, really smooth.
So, Black Superman.
Right, exactly. Like the line. Like we're not going to talk about some of the writing, and I'm hoping the writing gets better than the movie is. The trailers have shown, but I mean, I'm just I look forward to look whenever you got the guy who does Guardians of the Galaxy on it. That says a lot. But I'm hesitant to look forward to it. I mean, but it looks like it's gonna be funny if it.
What about you, JP? What do you reckon?
I'm worried that it's gonna be a Harley Quinn centric Suicide Squad.
I hope it's not that.
All right. I don't understand. They had perfectly good characters from the first Suicide Squad, maybe except for Will Smith, who does outshine his character. I mean, I still want to know what happens to Killer Croc or the others. You know, I don't know.
I'm just worried.
I'm just worried about Harley Quinn centric movie. She already had her Birds of Prey.
I hated that movie, by the way. I fell asleep on that one so many times.
I reckon they should have just, made a whole new team without any, except for Flag. If they're not going to keep the whole Suicide Squad team from the first one, they might as well, make a new one and just keep Flag because he has to lead the team.
Yeah, I was disappointed we don't see Diablo. The guy with the fire guy. I thought he was one of the most compelling characters in that first.
But didn't he die? I forget.
I thought he died, but I also thought he didn't. Like, I was thoroughly confused at the end of that Suicide Squad. I was like, so do we get him back or? Because it's a weird way for him to go. Like, this dude's powerful. Like, why not we just build on this? But, studio disruption.
It's an interesting trailer because it does get you excited, and I think one of the things it does very early in the trailer is it announces who the director is, and that's not a small thing.
Yeah.
Like James Gunn will be to this what Matt Reeves is to the Batman. Like it's putting it right out there. This is Mr. Guardians of the Galaxy, so it will be different. It will be different. That's the sense I get from, in big words, James Gunn. This will be different, because I went back and watched the trailer for the original Suicide Squad, and it is a great trailer. It's the one, Bohemian Rhapsody. Everyone flipped out when it came out, and everyone got psyched. If you go back and watch it, it's perfectly timed with the action and the music and the character. And then the movie came on, and it was terrible. Like, it was just, what is going on here? Nothing of this makes sense. I just said, Viola Davis, is that her name?
Viola Davis, yeah.
Just brings out a gun at one point and just pushes everybody down, and crazy stuff happens.
That one's actually true to the character. Amanda Waller is that cold-blooded, even though it didn't make sense.
Yeah. I have no doubt. But that's they kept, Will Smith, the thing he kept saying is, we're the bad guys. I was thinking, if this was a drinking game and we had a drink every time Will Smith said we're the bad guys, we'd never see the last third. And then, of course, the whole Joker thing, trying to insert Joker. I don't think we could ever really comment about what Jared Leto's Joker was, because it was so poorly handled.
Yeah.
And yet, they were in there. They were really, interesting characters. And I think that's, for me, one of the most annoying things about the first one is that a lot of good ingredients were there. I think Will Smith could have worked. I certainly think Harley Quinn's a great character. I like Diablo. Viola was Flag, but it's like it's taken some really, really nice chocolate, some really, really nice fruit, some really nice whatever, and just showing it in a blender and going, oh my God. And David Ayer's come out and said a lot of things about that movie. The director has come and said a lot of things that upset. It did look like this was a studio film that had too many executives and too many suits involved, and it just
I remember specifically whenever the first trailer came out, and they were like, it was right after BVS. It was right after Batman v Superman, and they were like, we need to put more jokes. We put all the jokes in the trailer. We need to put more jokes in the movie. And you just watch them ruin the movie with these pointless setups that don't make any sense. You're just
Warner Brothers, really, they don't care about the fans. Because they know people will watch it anyway, even if it's not gonna live up to expectations. They don't care about the fans. What they care about is the bottom line and what they think what formula works.
Yeah.
So like what they did with Tim Burton with Batman, the second Batman.
With Batman Returns.
With Batman Returns, he was going full like Batman in the comics, but no, it's too dark. It's too Warner Brothers.
But if hopefully in this one, with all the runs he has on the board with Guardians of the Galaxy, hopefully the studios have given James Gunn the room he needs to make this a movie. Like that's the hope. Tonally, looking at the jokes in the film, and they're very funny jokes in the film. The bit where Harley Quinn says, if you have a personalized license plate, we're going to kill you, and all that stuff, and Cena's, little thing about dicks on a beach and all that stuff. Like that sounds very James Gunn,
right?
And so there's a hope there that studio executives have taken their hands off the wheel and let him do his thing, because he's going to go back, I guess, and do Guardians of the Galaxy anyway. But
well, I mean, and that's the thing. So one, let's shout out to cancel culture for allowing James Gunn to be able to make the Suicide Squad. Had the attempt to it.
Thank you, cancel culture.
Thank you, real culture, for allowing him to come back so he can do Guardians of the Galaxy. But cancel culture forcing us to have to wait an extra 2 years because push back all the filming.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe!
Die.